tell them okay, yeah, put down the location.
Third one, if it can just hold on.
We're probably going to move in the line, but we'll try to start.
Okay. Alex, come on. Oh, I'm sorry.
Many come in with that complaint. Luckily, there were a lot of masks down there, so people got masks on right away, which really helps because this dust is really pretty large size, so it's really particulate. You can just mask it. It helps quite a bit. So a lot of them come in coughing, cough up some dark gray and black phlegm, but most of it clears. Nobody has had a major pulmonary problem on X-ray who has been in the front of the school.
Are you getting like this guys from downtown? I just keep thinking they must be driving the doctors and nurses crazy.
Now, yesterday there was much more of that activity. There's not been a lot of doctors going down to the site today. Today really has been the obvious victims, I think, were removed yesterday, the ones that were on the surface. Now it's really a matter of between using blow torches, etc., of trying to get under the rubble and trying to find the victims.
Are you in communication with people down there?
We get periodic reports
What are you
from there.
hearing now? Because we heard maybe some people would be extricated
Well, we've heard,
soon,
I mean, part of what we hear, I think we believe and we don't believe. Part of what we hear is that there's still some occasional victim who's been using their cell phone to try to contact out. I've not myself heard any report of anyone audibly being heard at the surface, so that they're really both basically using the dogs that can sniff out blood as well as just using some sonography.
What kind of injuries people got? More burns? Or?
There's quite a few burns. Some are superficial, some are more intense, like the two that needed to be transferred to New York Hospital. We're seeing a lot of abrasions of the eyes because of the particulate going into the eyes. We're seeing quite a bit of mild crush trauma where people were jostled and caught between girders and blocks. A lot of scrapes from trying to get out of the building, and a lot of cuts from the glass.
It sounds like the really serious injuries have not come in yet, or at least for the most part.
We've had the most serious injuries came in yesterday. Very few overnight, more related to rescue.
A lot of injuries for the volunteer squad.
Some, but those tended to be more superficial, except of course for the rescuers, the firemen and police who went in after the initial explosion yesterday and were in fact caught, many of them caught in the rubble, and those were very severe, and many are unaccounted for.
You were saying it was frustrating waiting.
Very frustrating. You can see we have literally at any one point probably 200 physicians just waiting outside. We probably have 40 physicians in the emergency room, and then we have 4 satellite sites within the hospital just to receive those victims, not counting the regular floor. So we probably have at any one point 300 to 350 physicians. And I'll tell you, the outpouring of volunteers has been incredible. These are all our physicians.
I mean, but that are working or aren't? I mean,
Well, they're working on the patients that are already in the hospital. And the ones that are standing outside, obviously, are
There's some coming from outside the
patients.
No,
We have no one. There were quite a few people who came yesterday to volunteer. We had them stay yesterday to see what type or number of patients would come up. We actually released them last night. I have not asked them to come back today. Myself, since yesterday morning at 5 o'clock.
what's your name again?
Anthony Gagliardi. Gagliardi.
and
Medical Director of St. Vincent's University.
medical director. Thank you. Yeah.
Right.
I'm just curious how people prepare for this kind of emergency. I heard on the radio this hospital, another one that had an emergency prepared course just weeks ago for a disaster.
We actually have a very regular disaster drill. We had one exactly as you said, about 2 months ago. In fact, the drill that we had was much less dramatic, as you can imagine, than this. So that we prepare for it at least 2 to 3 times a year with an actual drill, and then we have an emergency preparedness plan, which is in effect all the time. So that once that's mobilized, a communication center and a command center is set up, and we're ready to roll.
And can you tell me a bit about that emergency plan and how it unfolded?
Once it was found that there was a plane that breached the first tower, an emergency disaster was called into the operator, a general announcement was made, and then everyone went to their station. Physicians go to the physician station, nurses go to the nursing station, general personnel go to the general personnel station. The emergency room is cleared out of any stable patients, and the satellite areas are developed so that and staffed so that they can then accept victims as they come
Was the
in.
yellow to be certain code or anything like that?
For us, it happens to be code 4.
Which is the worst possible.
Yeah, that's a disaster.
What's that satellite station for?
The satellite station is generally to care for patients. We try obviously to triage them with respect to their severity. So if they have just abrasions or a broken bone, we'll put them in one unit. Obviously, if they're intensely ill, they're critically ill, they'll be for intensive care unit or the operating room. And other such units.
So you're just
You could never actually, I think that if you saw this happen in a movie, you'd probably say the movie was interesting but unbelievable,
Like
because
ER.
how could that ever happen?
like ER
That's
sometimes.
right.
Some episodes are
Right. So I don't know how you ever actually prepare for this, but I must tell you that the access to the emergency room and the throughput has been really very good. We've seen, we've had almost 400 patients, and no one unit has ever been very tight up.
Is there any patient in the corridors that no?
Dr. Becker, what is your title again?
Medical director,
Yeah, the car.
St. Vincent's Head.
Yeah, the car.
What's the most shocking story you heard from the patient?
Thank you.
I guess the most dramatic one that I personally heard was somebody who was running down the stairway, and the 2 people on his side were on fire. That was pretty, their clothes were on fire. That was pretty dramatic. He was running down from the 49.
I had to walk from the city all the way to Richmond, Queens, and we just didn't hear anything. We just came out of St. Vincent Hospital to find out some information. No information. We had called the hotlines. No information about that either. Yes, they found my brother-in-law that he actually was going to work, and when he saw the explosion, he just backed away from the building. And some people were coming out of the building and told my brother-in-law that Jose was still up there.
We're in the news, behind the news thing, the live right now.
It's recording.
Right, just go ahead. Go ahead, man.
Don't press it.
All right. Yep.
Behind you? Can you zoom in?
Yeah, I got it.
Zoom in.
I did it. Yeah.
Live here. APUD, West Hollywood Public Access. David Weissner, cameraman, video man.
Christian
Mark
Rayner.
Heinemann's Public Access show. And as you see, I'm in New York. I got here before it happened. This is my mom because she was sick in the hospital. And now I can't even get home. Live from New York.
I'm gonna get the crane.
Signing out.
Get in the crane.
Oh, really?
Guys doing a great job.
Line up in fours.
You guys got walkie-talkies, right? Good. You got walkie-talkies, right?
After the first day getting in there, that was...
I was the one that started talking, man.
Really?